कौरविंद कांति निंद चित्त गत्र स्वासिका चित्तपट कौरविंद कांति निंद चित्तपट सासिका कृष्ण मत भृंग केली कृष्ण मत भृंग केली के फुल्ल पुष्प वाटिका कृष्ण मत भृंग केली फुल्ल पुष्प वाटिका कृष्ण नित्य संगमात्म पद्म बंधु राधिका कृष्ण नित्य संगमार्थ पद्म बंधु राधिका कामय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तु राधिका कामय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तु राधिका असौकुमार्य सृष्ट पल्लवालि कीर्ति निग्रह असौकुमार्य सृष्ट पल्लवालि कीर्ति निग्रह चंद्र चंद्रनोत्पलेन्दु सेवसीत विग्रह चंद्र चंद्रनोत्पलेन्दु सेव्यसीत विग्रह स्वाभिमर्श वल्लवेश कामतापबाधिका स्वाभिमर्श वल्लवेश कामतापबाधिका कामय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तु राधिका कामय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तु राधिका का विश्ववंज यौवताभिवंदिता पिया रमा विश्ववंज यौवताभिवंदिता पिया रमा रूप नव्य यौवनादि संपदान यत्समा रूप नव्य यौवनादि संपदान यत्समा सीता शीलहाद लीलया च सायतोऽस्ति राधिका शीलहाद लीलया च सायतोऽस्ति राधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तु राधिका कामय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तु राधिका या रासलास्य गीत नर्म सत्कलालि पंडिता रासलास्य गीत नर्म सत्कलालि पंडिता प्रेम रम्य रूप वेश सद्गुणाल मंडिता प्रेम रम्य रूप वेश सद्गुणाल मंडिता विश्वनव्य गोपयोषि दालितो पियाधिका विश्वनव्य गोपयोषि दालितो पियाधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तु राधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तु राधिका नित्य नव्य रूप के लिए कृष्ण दास भाव संपदा, नित्य नव्य रूप के लिए कृष्ण भाव संपदा, कृष्ण राग बंध गोप यौवतेषु कंपदा, कृष्ण भाव कृष्ण राग बंध गोपी यौवतेषु कंपदा, कृष्ण रूप वेश के लिए लग्न सत्समाधि का, कृष्ण रूप वेश के लिए लग्न सत्समाधि का, मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तुराधिका, मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तुराधिका, श्वेत कंप कट्टला सॉरी श्वेत कंप कंटकास्ु गद्गदादि संचिता, श्वेत कंप कंटकास्ु गद्गदादि संचिता, मर्षर्ष वामतादि भाव भूषणान्विता, मर्षर्ष वामतादि भाव भूषणान्विता, कृष्ण नेत्र तोषि रत्न मंडनालिदाधिका, कृष्ण नेत्र तोषि रत्न मंडनालिदाधिका, मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तुराधिका, अधिका मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तुराधिका, याचनार्थ कृष्ण विप्रयोग संततोधिका, यच्छनार्थ कृष्ण विप्रयोग संततोधिका, नेक दैन्य चापलादि भाव वृंदतोदिता, नेक दैन्य चापलादि भाव वृंदतोदिता, यत्न लब्ध कृष्ण संग निर्गता किलाधिका, यत्न लब्ध कृष्ण संग निर्गता किलाधिका, मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तुराधिका, मय्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तुराधिका, ninth verse is the Falashruti. What blessings we get by reciting this Radhikashtakam. Ashtakena yastvanena nauti Krishna vallabham. Ashtakena yastvanena nauti Krishna vallabham. Darshane pishaila jadi yoshidal dullabham. Darshane pishaila jadi yoshidal dullabham. Krishna sanga nanditatna dasa sidhu bhajanam. Krishna sanga nanditatna dasa sidhu bhajanam. तं करोति नंदलाल संचया सुसाजनम तं करोति नंदलाल संचया सुसाजनम मह्यमात्म पाद पद्म दास दस्तु राधिका 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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव माता सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव माता सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय रानिताय रानिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरु नाम संकीर्तन की जय जगत श्रील प्रभुपाद की। any Vaishnava song we read, we should also know the meaning. Then only we get the proper benefit of recitation of Vaishnava song. All our acharyas, what they realize by performing bhakti to the highest level, their realization they put in the song so that we all can understand easily. So we read the translation one by one, read it. Five will be read by up to Prabhus, and next four, next four will be read by Mataji's.
Her splendorous golden complexion steals the pride of a golden lotus flower, anointed with a tinge of red kumkum. Her sweet fragrance mocks the fame of the aroma of a lotus flower, sprinkled with saffron powder. She is fully qualified to fulfill all the desires of the son of the king of the cowherd man. May Sri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet.
Her amazing and colorful silken garments make the splendor of red coral feel ashamed. She is a garden of blossoming flowers, where the maddened bumblebee named Krishna performs amorous pastimes. She worships the sun god daily in order to attain the continual association of her beloved Krishna. May Sri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet.
Her charming youthful delicacy negates the fame of the freshly sprouted leaves. Her refreshing form is worthy of being served by the cooling moon, sandalwood paste, lotus flowers, and camphor. When she touches the master of the gopis, she dispels the burning heat of his lusty desires. May Sri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet.
Although the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, is adored by the other youthful goddesses who are themselves glorified throughout the universe, still she is nowhere near Sri Radhika in the matter of beauty, praiseworthy youthfulness, or other divine feminine opulences. There is no one in the material or spiritual worlds superior to Radhika in the expression of naturally loving pastimes. May Sri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet.
Fifth one.
She is very learned in many transcendental arts such as performing the rasa dance, singing, and joking. She is decorated with many divine qualities such as loving nature, exquisite beauty, and wonderful garments and ornaments. Even among the cowherd damsels of Vraja, who are praised by the entire universe, she is best in every way. May Shri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet.
Mataji's. Ninth verse, I request all of you sing combinedly, Prabhus and
With her
Mataji's.
ever blossoming beauty, activities, and feelings, she creates joy in the hearts of the gopis who are on her side, and she creates anguish and pain in those who are on the opposite side. I pray to Srimati Radharani that she offers me the shelter of her lotus feet.
She is graced with 8 aesthetic symptoms, sattvic power, such as trembling, prospering, standing upon bodily hates, tears, flattering of the voice, and so forth. She is adored with different aesthetic emotional ornaments, such as impatience, joy, contrariness, and so forth. She is decorated with beautiful jewels that give delight, total delight to the eyes of Krishna. May Sri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
If she is apart from Krishna, for even half a moment, she becomes stricken with frequent suffering, restlessness, and a multitude of other aesthetic symptoms of separation. When she regains the association of Krishna after some efforts, then all of her anguish immediately vanishes. May Sri Radhika bestow upon me the service of her own lotus feet.
Ninth all together. It is very difficult to Parvati.
Then she who is delighted with Krishna's continuous association.
best benediction. Huh? Is it? What else we need it? Sri Radhika Ashtango ki jai. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad ki jai. यस्यानुभावमकलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितीर्षितां तमोन्धं संसारिणां करुणया पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय wherever whenever you recite the Om, try to bring the sound, raise the sound from the navel portion. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we'll discuss from fourth canto of the Bhagavatam, chapter 28, entitled Puranjana becomes a woman in the next life. Text 42. Pare Brahmani Tatmanam Param Brahma Tatatmani Vichamano Vyayecha Asmad Upararamahe Maha Pare Brahmani Chatmanam Param Brahma Tatatmani Vichamano Vyayecha Asmad Upararamaha Pare Brahmani Chatmanam Param Brahma Tatatmani Vichamano Vyayecham Asmad Upararamaha Pare Brahmani Chatmanam Param Brahma Tatatmani Vichamano Vyayecham Asmad Upararamaha Brahmani Chatmanam Param Brahma Tatat Pare Brahmani Chatmanam Param Brahma Tatatmani Param Brahmani Chatmanam Vichamano Vyachecham Apsadu Pararamaha. Whenever we get an opportunity, we must recite sloka of the Bhagavatam. It is the easiest process. In the glories of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Mahatya, which comes as part of the Padma Purana, in the chapter 3, the Chatur Kumar, Lord Brahma's first living entities, Sanat Kumar says that the one who reads one verse, even half verse, if doesn't have much time to recite one verse, even a half verse he reads regularly with the niyam. Niyam means following the regulatory principles. He will certainly get liberation. But the words of the great sages cannot be wrong. Then I was thinking how it is possible. Unless you engage in service of the Lord, as it is. So, in 1 year, how many verses we can recite? Huh? 365. For 1000 years, how many years we need it? 3 years, is it? So, how many verses are there in Bhagavatam? So, to recite 18,000 verses, how many years we need? 54 years. If you are reciting verse regularly following the regulative principle in a fixed time for 54 years, can't you get freed from the material consciousness? Because each and every verse in the Bhagavatam is the words of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And words of Supreme Lord are called Veda. Vedas are nothing but the breath of the Lord Narayana Sri Krishna. The words of the breath means what is the words of the Lord? Okay. So in the same way, Bhagavatam also each and every verse is spoken by Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Therefore, these verses are very potent. Just by reciting with the full faith and following some regulative principles, one will get definitely purified devotional service and get liberated. So, whenever you get Srila Prabhupada has given this opportunity, you don't find any other mutt or anywhere where you get an opportunity, others can recite the Bhagavatam, others can ask a question. Srila Prabhupada established a system that everybody should recite verse, compulsory morning class, and also explaining the what is the meaning behind, and also giving an opportunity to ask the questions. And is it not? It's not one-way traffic. It is free-way, both-way traffic. It is. You can hear if you find something not proper or you don't agree with. Yes, you can ask questions and clarify it. That is how we improve the knowledge. So whenever you get opportunity, please recite it. You don't have nothing to feel shy of anything. King Maledhwaja could thus observe that the super soul was sitting by his side and that he, as the individual soul, was sitting by the side of the super soul. Since both were together, there was no need of separation, separate interests. Thus, he ceased from such activities. Purport: in the advanced stage of devotional service, the devotee does not see anything separate between his own interests and those of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Both interests become one for the devotee, for the devotee does not act for a separate interest. Whatever he does in the interest of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At that time, he sees everything in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the Supreme Personality of Godhead in everything. This is a very important point. Note it. We will talk on that. Having attained this stage of understanding, he sees no distinction between the spiritual and material worlds. Thank you, sir. Hare Krishna. 10 seconds over. In perfect vision, the material world becomes the spiritual world due to its being the external energy of the Supreme Lord. For the perfect devotee, the energy and energetic are non-different. Thus, the so-called material world becomes spiritual. Sarvam kalau idam Brahma. Everything is intended for the service of the Supreme Personality of God, Lord, and thus an expert devotee can utilize any so-called material thing for the Lord's service. One cannot serve the Lord without being situated on the spiritual platform. Thus, if so-called material thing is detailed in the service of the Lord, it is no longer to be considered material. Thus, the pure devotee in his perfect vision sees from all angles. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chachunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Nama Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langhayate Girim Yatkrupatamham Vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanutam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanutam Cha Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Desatarini He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Barhapidam Natavarapu Karnayo Karnikaram Vibhradvasa Kanaka Kavisham Kavaijayanti Chamalam Randhran Venu Radhara Sudayo Purayan Gopa Vrunday Vrundaranyam Sapadaраmanam Vavishadgiti Kirti Jayam Sada Paribhavagna Abhishtadoham Ritaspadam Shiva Viranchunutam Saranyam Vruchartam Labhantasesam Vande Mahapurushate Charanaravindam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to all the wonderful devotees of the Lord. Only those very fortunate people will come to hear the Bhagavatam and take up to the devotional service. भाग्योदयेन बहुजन्म समर्जितेन सत्संगमं च लभते पुरुषो यदा वै अज्ञानहेतुकृतमोहमदान्धकार नाशं विधाय ततो उदये विवेकः. Not everybody will come to the bhakti. Very fortunate people, those who have done pious activities for many lifetimes, Bahujanma. The entire result of the past activity of that personality, that it will help him, it will make him to have the association of Vaishnava, which we call sadhu. Sadhu means the one who associates with the Sat. What is Sat? Sat means eternal. The one who is beyond exists in the three phase of the time, even beyond the three phase of the time. Bhuta Bhavishyat Vartaman. Means before the creation, during creation, after total devastation of the creation, still one who exists is the Sat. Other than that, we cannot say eternal. The one who exists beyond even after total devastation of the universes, that is one Krishna or Narayana. Whatever the name you say, it is different forms, different names, okay? So for example, sometimes get many people they doubt it. Suppose you are at home, your father to your children, husband to your wife. Huh? Sometimes children come and sit in your lap, sit on your head. Sometimes beat you also boxing, is it? You enjoy it. Oh, you are kicking me, I will break your leg. You don't do it. Rather you feel enjoy. So what is the predominating factor in the house? Love. Rules are there but very less. So but very same person go to the office. Some clerk can sit on your lap. Do you like it? Huh? Throw him and punish him also, is it? Same person, but in office he is like boss, executive authority. Krishna in Golok Vrindavan is the pure love of Godhead. Krishna Bhakti means the pure love, no reverence at all. You think that Krishna is like me, is not great at all. That how one should feel it, to teach that aspect of the Lord which pleases him. Lord Krishna appeared as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Chaitanya Charitamrita, first chapter, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains the reasons for the Lord Sri Krishna to appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Three reasons he gives. One of the reasons is that people worship me with a reverence which I don't like it. I want them to treat me one of them, treat me equal. So that we can feel the Lord with the Lord equally, play with the Lord when only in the pure devotional service. With a reverence means Narayan means what? Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Oh, Lord is so great. I am a small person. With a reverence we do it. Is it? Dasya Bhava. But with Krishna one can establish all type of bhava. You can establish link with Krishna in the Shanta Bhava, neutral Bhava. You can establish a link with Krishna in the Dasya Bhava as a servant. You can establish a link with Krishna in Sakha Bhava as a friend, as a father and mother. Oh, he's my small baby, baby Krishna. You can feel him, he agrees to become your son. In Madhurya Bhava. With Narayana, you cannot say, I love you. Can you say? Huh? Sudarshan Chakra is there already. Yeah? You cannot say, I love you. Bhagavati Lakshmi Mata want to be happy. Huh? But with Krishna, you can say, I love you, Krishna. Radharani will be more happy. Everybody loving Krishna, she feels happy. The specialty of the Krishna Bhakti, which Srila Prabhupada has given us. Krishna Bhakti means pure love of Godhead. And pure love, no demand from the Lord. Only our mood is to serve the Lord. Mama Janmani Janmani Ishvara Bhavatat Bhakti Haiti Ki Chahi. That is just Bhagavatam. Here, this chapter deals with the Puranjanopakyana, story of Puranjana. Huh? Puranjana is nothing but we all are Puranjana only. The Pura, city, is the body. The one who is staying with the soul. Huh? When the soul is looking outside, is contaminated by the material, affected by the material existence. When the soul looks within himself and towards the faces towards the Krishna, Paramatma, super soul, when he freed from the external contaminations. Huh? How it is? This story explains it. Yeah. The Paranjana soul, when he left, wanted to go external sea, the soul said, don't go for a long time, but he goes for a long time. Because forgets himself. Huh? And finally, it comes that finally thinking of his wife, he leaves the body. Huh? Because whatever the thing, whatever thought we have in the last breath of our life, we assume that form. If think of Krishna, we'll go to Krishna Loka. If I think of something else, whatever you think it, you take. Scripture also says, Lord Krishna also says, Bhagavad Gita also, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajanti kalevaram. When you leave the body, whatever you think it. So he, Puranjana, while leaving the body, he was so attached to the wife, was thinking of wife, where is this, how is she doing. So he left the body. Then, because he was having a thought on his wife, next time again he appeared as a woman, female birth, Vaidehi, Vaidharbi, Vaidharbi. Okay, not Vaidehi, Vaidharbi. So Maladhwaj married and he had many sons. But on the other, he was a great devotee also. Understood that one should not engage in the material life for all time or lifetime. Our life is meant for the only divided in the 4 parts only. 25 years is meant to be students or brahmachari. After that, brahmachari life is to control the senses. Married life doesn't mean that engage in sense gratification, but that is little permission is given, but the most part is to perform the austerities, control the senses. You can see when Daksha Prajapati told his sons, my dear sons, I am creating the progeny alone, you also help me in the creation of the living entities in the universe. All the 10,000 sons of Daksha Prajapati, all immediately taking the order, he went to the forest to perform the austerities. Why? Means before marriage, one should learn to control his senses. If he doesn't know how to control his senses, he becomes slave to the senses. And then he fall down. Human form of the life is meant to get out of the cycle of birth and death. And first, from every living entity is coming from the spiritual world. Golokameva nivasatyakilatma bhuto govindamadi purusham tamam bhajami. We come as human beings, then we did some activities which are not prescribed by the Lord. The reality reaction of this activity that we continue to take birth and death, depending on type of activity we engage. After again going through 8.4 various million species of the life, everybody know? How many of you know 8.4 various species of the life? Just repeat me. As a ISKCON devotee, you should know it. Everybody, as human being, one should know it. 1.1 million, okay, million, not many people may understand it. 11 lakhs aquatics, Jalachara, aquatics. Repeat, 11 lakhs Jalachara, aquatics. Uh, no, sorry, 900, 900,000. 900,000. 1.1 million means 11 lakhs is the insects, repeat, insect and reptiles. And 3 million means 30 lakhs are the four-legged animals. 20 lakhs are plants, trees and creepers. 10 lakhs are the birds. 400,000, 4 lakhs are human beings. You add them, they become 84 lakhs or 8.4 million species. We are in the minority. No? But out of the 400,000, the human beings who come from the starting Brahma to Patal Loka, they are all human beings only who are in this form. But the human being on this earth planet is the most fortunate. None of the living entities, human beings, in the heavenly planet or lower planet system cannot be liberated from the material existence. That body is meant to enjoy the result of activity what we do in the human body. If I do the pious activities to enjoy the result, I go to heavenly planet. If I do the sinful activity, impious activity, I take birth in the animal kingdom or go to the hell to suffer. But if I surrender to Krishna, engage in devotional service fully, then I can get liberated, go to Vaikuntha, spiritual world. Destiny of the living entity depends upon activity we do in this human form of life. If anybody says that, no, Indra, Chandra, Agni Dev, they all go to Vaikuntha, ask them to show where it is written. There should be somewhere written, is it? We can show where it is written that they cannot go. 11th chapter, 11th canto, 14th chapter, read it. Lord Krishna is teaching to thou says it. That Sarginopi, even the living entities in heaven and hell planet want to this human form of the body. Sadhakam jnana, because only in the human body one can sadhaka, means one can engage in devotional service to the Lord. So, after going through the various phases of life, finally we get this human body. So that Lord, out of causeless mercy, give the living entity this human body so that this living entity can engage in my service, get purified and come back to me. The human form of the body is meant to go back to spiritual world. Somehow we get engaged in the material life, it becomes a cause of my repeated cycle of birth and death. Therefore, Lord Sri Krishna, Supreme Lord, Chaturvanyam, it is the Varnasrama Dharma created by the Supreme Lord Himself. The Bhagavad Gita, Lord said, Chaturvanyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhaksha. So, this human body, if we engage in the service of the Lord, taking the devotional service, then by purifying ourselves, getting detached from the material existence, one can go back. For that first 25 years of the life is meant for to control the senses, brahmachari. Then next 25 years is meant for the household life, married life. If somebody want to become household, yes. After 50 years, then one should take to the vanaprastha. Then next 75, next 25 years is meant for the sannyasa. Okay. That's why in human form of the life, not to enjoy the family life or the whole life it is. No. Only 25 years, that to 50 years. That's why in the Hindi language, 51, what we say? Ekaman. Our elders know that we don't leave the family. That's one means forest, to go to the one. Remaining every day, that means, dear son, you are not going to the forest. And 59 years gone, still I am not going. 60, what we say? Sat. Sat means what? Fool. Shut. Shut means full, is it? Fool, still you want to be with your family? I am not saying, the elders put this one. Everybody hearing for 10 years, fool number one, fool number one. If you get to open your eyes, then you take the sannyas, say, Satar. Satar, 70 we say, Satar, Satar, Targya, liberated. Household is not meant for the entire. One of my godbrothers in Laban said that, oh, I have to take care of my grandchildren. I said, normally in the temple I don't use the word, hard words. I said, stupid you are. My godbrother, I can say, no problem. I said, you stupid one, how can you say that grandchildren is your responsibility? No, wrong conception. That's why he said that scripture Bhagavatam also says, Dharma Bhaja. No. Padma Puran says that one should perform two dharma. We have the two dharma to related. One is the dharma related to the body, loka dharma. Other dharma related to the atma, soul. The body related means taking care of the children, everything in the loka dharma, body dharma, sharira dharma. When the children are grown up, they are given education, they come to the age of the 21, 22, they are able to stand on their feet. See, even the birds after 5, 6 months, when they get the wings, they'll fly out. They don't go around parents. They hardly come back to the parents. So, when given the education, they are able to stand on their feet. Now let them stand on their feet. After that, you must leave that. If not, now already spent 45 years of my age, taking care of the family. Now I should take care of myself. What will happen to me when I leave the body? I'm trying to remember that was Tedaloka Dharman Sevasya Sadhu Purushan Jai Muktva Anyasya Dosha Guna Chintana Masya Muktva Seva Kathara Samahonita Rampi Bhattam says that. So we have to take up the dharma related to the Atma, which is Krishna consciousness. So here, Maladhwaja did the same. I'm telling this example is that Maladhwaja understood that my children are grown up now. I should not waste my time in the material existence. We divided the entire empire among the children, killed sons, and took up the Vanaprastha ashrama. When he went to the Vanaprastha ashrama, then his wife, uh, Vaidarbhi also went along with him. And both were performing austerities. They went to the Kulachala. There, in that Kulachala province, there were three very auspicious Tamraparni, Vatodaka, Chandravasa. Regularly, alternately, used to take bath in the three rivers. By taking the bath in the holy rivers, we get the purified. Okay. So he used to take bath, and by performing the austerities in the forest, he got purification. He understood himself who is he, which we call Atmajnani. He thought that finally, when all senses purified, he saw that Atmadrashta we call. Atmadrashta. What is that? It means self-realized soul means. What is the state? One will come to the stage of the self-realized soul. The Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 2nd chapter, 21 verse says, Bhijjate hृदय ग्रंथि चिज्जन्ते सर्व संशया चीयन्ते शास्त्र कर्माणि दुष्टा evatmaniswari. When we all the free from all the material contaminations, okay, what is that? We got the hृदय granthi. What is the granthi? Knots, external granthi, wrist joint, so many joints we got it. But internal also their joints are the granthis. What are the joints? Asmita. Oh, I am man of the knowledge. I know all Bhagavatam. I know all Bhagavad Gita. I can memorize. I know all the 700 verses. That's the Asmita. That is also proud. One should feel that rather that by mercy of my spiritual master, I am able to remember it. The credit in bhakti we have to give to the spiritual master, not to ourselves. When we take it, we become, without we knowing, we are proud of ourselves, which we call asmita, attachment. Okay. So many these knots are there within us. And they will be going out when we are free from the kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamacharya. Then all the karma of the previous lives are burnt to ashes. Then only when we see the ourself as self-realized, here Maladhwaja also came to self-realized soul. He could understand that he is also sitting there along with the super soul. We cannot see the super soul unless when he comes to the stage of self-realized soul, which we call Atmadarshi. When I can know myself, and can see myself, how I can see myself. In the 11th canto of the Bhagavatam, Lord Sri Krishna gives example, just like we see in the dream, some tiger or lion is changing me. We all get some dream. I'm running, and I'm seeing also. Does it happen to you ever? When you get the dream, we are doing some activity, but who is seeing? I am seeing. That is called drashta. Lord Krishna says that the intelligent person will be just a drashta. Never criticize anyone, never appreciate anyone. Both are the material. If I say that this Prabhu is very good person, other person, no, this Prabhu is not good. Is it? So person is same, but different opinion because the mental conception. Acceptance and rejection is nothing but mental conception. One should be freed from the mental conception also. That's why I say, just to see. Lord says very clearly. Atmadrashta means just you are seeing what is happening, just to see it. Don't get interfere it. Neither appreciate nor reject it. So when you come to that level, now here, say that Maladhvaja also came to that stage. Therefore, you was able to see that he is sitting next to Super Soul also. When I realize myself who I am, then only I will be able to see the Super Soul. Before that, we cannot see the Super Soul. We have the knowledge, Super Soul is there, but we cannot see. Even I cannot see myself, forget about Super Soul. We got the theory, we know theory, but do I see the Super Soul? No. Because still we are under material contaminations. Okay. So that could observe that Super Soul was sitting by his side, and that he, as the individual soul, was sitting by the side of Super Soul. Since both were together, there is no need for separate interests. It's very important. Oh, I want to do this or no. Every desire what we do, like we have no ninth canto, Ambarish Maharaj story. Huh? Ambarish Maharaj story says that Savai Manas Krishna Pada Ravindayo Vachans Vaikuntha Gunanuvarnane Karau Harau Mandiram Diso Satim Chakaro Chuta Satko Thubute. Ambarish, 3 verses. Ambarish Maharaj, how such a pure devotee is explaining. How? Huh? Mana, always the mind he thinks about Krishna, nothing else. He was great emperor, not small country. The entire Earth planet, he was emperor of the Earth planet. But when it comes to the serve the Lord, doesn't employ employ to do the work. He himself used to clean the floor of the temple, cook for his wife used to cook for the Lord. Okay, though she is the empress, queen, but still does. Every work is doing. Okay, Manas in the mind always think of Krishna. With the eyes he want to see the only Archa Vigraha of the Lord. With the hands he want to serve the Lord, clean the temple, Marjana. Okay. With the ears he want to hear the only pastimes of the Krishna. Okay. Means every senses is utilizing in the service of Krishna. When one becomes a pure devotee means you utilize all senses in the service of Krishna. There is no one sense which is for the material existence. That is the time we can see the Supreme Lord, not before that. Okay? So Maladhvaja came to that stage. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada wonderfully writes, in advanced stage of devotional service, devotee does not see anything separate from the Lord. We have no desire, I want to do, no. What Krishna want to do, we do it. I am surrendered to Krishna means what? Huh? I am a servant has no personal desire. Whatever master wants, we have to do. That's why with our name he gives Das, is it? To remind that you are not the master, but you are servant to Supreme Lord Krishna. And servant has no desire. So that's why in that mood that whatever Krishna wants, I will do it. I am tired, but Krishna wants me to do service, I will do it. I am tired, but I want to do. Even when you are tired, practically you try. There is some work for the Krishna. If you even badly tired, no, but okay. Temple authority says that I must do. You engage in service. You forget your tiredness. Krishna gives the energy. Lord Sri Krishna as a super soul is there always watching our activities. Give the strength. The strength is given by Him only, not by our own physical strength. The strength comes from the Lord. He gives the strength to do it. So that's why he said that. And because at that stage I have no personal desire. Whatever Krishna wants, I do it. Okay? If you have some other desire, oh, but I have to go to the temple to no, but I have to go somewhere else. Huh? I want to go to Yadagir Gutta, take darshan of the Lord Narasimhadev. But the temple president said, no, today you have to stay in the temple, do the Mangalarati. You have to say, no, but I want to go. It means you are separatist. Srila Prabhupada writes it. You are a separatist, you are not a devotee. For the devotee, service to Krishna comes first, service to anything other later. Even we don't have to take up that one also. That is should be the mood. Then only we can get the mercy of the Lord. Otherwise, also give mercy a little bit how much in relation to how much we are surrendered. Own interest and those of the Supreme Lord's Supreme Personality Godhead, both interests become one. Like Ambarish Maharaj, he didn't have any personal desires. Whatever desire of Krishna, he desired. When in that pure stage of devotional service, whatever he desires, Krishna also accepts it. Because we are doing service for Krishna, he also accepts it. At that time, he sees everything in the Supreme Personality Godhead and the Supreme Personality Godhead, everything. This is very important. To give this idea that everything, nothing but the Lord is existence. In the Hindus, what is the so-called Hindu, otherwise Sanatana Dharma, Vedic Dharma, we worship the mountains, we worship the water, rivers also, we worship the ocean, we worship the snakes, we worship the trees. It's a great religion, but people don't understand. Somebody criticizes, we say, oh, you are fools worshipping the stones. Who made the stone? Can any scientist make the stone? Nobody can make it. This made by the law. Annantarasta paramanu charantarastam Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhaja. Each and every atom Lord is existing. Those who studied the physics, you know, each atom is independent. But and very powerful. But all the atoms are made together. They're combined together, holding together. That's why we can make the table, glass, and so many things we can make it. But if everything is separate, we can't make anything. What is that force which holding them together? And we say Vishnu Shakti. That's why we call Vishnu, all pervading. In the physics language, we say covalent bond. Those who study the physics, they know it. Semiconductor theory, intrinsic semiconductor theory comes, covalent bond which is holding the atom together. So then, name is different, but the purpose is same it is. That's why in the purport Srila Prabhupada says that, they say, gravitational force akarshana visesa sankarshana. Is it? The akarshana means gravity. And Prabhupada says that visesa sankarshan. Sankarshan means holding together everything it is. Who is sankarshan? Krishna. Krishna's expansion is sankarshan, Balaram, Baladeva. Okay. So there nothing, what Bhagavatam says, nothing, we don't understand, people criticize Bhagavatam. If you understand properly, then we understand it. Okay. So that's why this point I wanted to make sure that many people, when others criticize, we are unable to answer. We see the presence of the Lord in the water. Who made the water? Can any scientist make water? They may say, no, I had to combine the H2O, fine. But who gave the oxygen? Where are you getting the hydrogen? You are taking the property of Krishna said, I did it. That's why what we say, research. We don't say created, no. Research it. So already existing, I'm searching again, researching. Having attained the stage of the understanding, at the stage is no difference, no distinction between the spiritual and the material worlds. In the Bhagavatam, you can see anyone asking the law about the spiritual devotional service and what is God. First, they are explaining the material creation. Devati didn't ask the Kapila Maharshi about the material creation. She wanted to know about the devotional service, bhakti. But Kapila Maharshi first explained the creation. Why? Because who created this universe? The Lord created. Nobody else can create it. So this is energy of the Lord. Is there any difference between energy and energetic? Without the Lord, how anything can come up? So, there is no difference between the world, material world is created by the Lord. We say that Durga. Yes, Durga when presiding for the material consciousness, but as a ultimately she is Narayani also. When she is holding Ashtabhuji, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma also she holds. Then when she is holding the Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, she is not Durga. She is Vijaya, Chamundi, Vijaya, Narayani, Vaishnavi. Okay. She in different form, different. But she is the energy of the Lord. That's why to say that the material world is the creation of the Lord. Therefore, Vaishnavas, we use everything in the material world in service of the Lord because it is created by Him so that it should have. Just like children are created by parents, so the first and foremost duty to serve the parents. If anyone do not want to serve the parents, means they are biggest culprits. Read the Bhagavatam 10th canto, 45th chapter, verse 6 and 7. What will be the result if the son doesn't take care of the parents? Very horrible it. Okay. Somebody ignoring will be undergoing big, very horrible state. You can read it, I don't want to say here. So that for the devotees, the energy and energetic are the non-different because it is creation by the Lord. Material world is also creation of the Lord. So Vaishnavas, devotees use this whatever in the material world in the service of the Lord. I am going to do office work. For example, I am a clerk or some doing the government job or private job. If I get the job, money, enjoy the family, okay, this is material. But when I go to the service office, I pray, my Lord, I am doing this service so that I get money. With the money, 50% utilize to maintain myself and 50% I want to utilize in the service of your lotus feet. Then, though it is material world, it becomes spiritual because you are serving to serve the Lord. The body is also given by the Lord, so we have to maintain it. That's why you are saying that I will use my earnings in the maintaining the me and my family. Also, I use 50% in service of lotus feet also. The same material can become it is spiritual. What is the thought consciousness is important. If you have the enjoying consciousness, become material, but serving the consciousness, it becomes spiritualities. The so-called material world becomes spiritual. Sarvam kalau idam brahma. Everything is intended for the service of the Supreme Lord. And expert devotee can utilize any so-called material thing for the Lord's service. That's why the Bhakti Rasamsins, Rupa Goswami stresses on this point. We use everything, Vaishnavas use everything in the service of the Lord. Whatever you get it, we use it in service of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada you can see. Normal people say we should not enjoy the modern way of life. Prabhupada say we use it in service of the Lord. Somebody some media asked in Australia, Swami, you are a Swami, why you are traveling the big car? When they went to devotee took the big long Lamsa, what do you call it? Very long car it is. Not Royal Style. It's limo something. Very big car it is. And they said, what is such an opulent? He said, this is nothing. My devotees could have brought the aeroplane. It is in service of the Supreme Lord. To serve the Lord, we can use anything in the material, but in service of the Lord, it becomes spiritual. The beauty of the devotional service is that the material can also spiritualize by engaging in service of the Lord. One cannot serve the Lord without being spiritual, situated on the spiritual platform. Thus, if so-called material thing is dovetailed in the service of the Lord, it is no longer to be considered material. This remember it. Anything we utilize, good or bad, nothing. There nothing good, nothing bad. Utilize in the service of the Lord, it becomes spiritual, that's all. When we don't utilize the good thing also, we don't utilize the service of the Lord, it becomes material. Thus the pure devotee in this perfect vision sees from all angles. Okay. So idea is that when one becomes pure devotee, means Atmadarshi, self-realized soul, then he sees everything in relation to Krishna, everything not separate from Krishna. He sees himself next to Krishna, super soul. Okay? Stop here. Any question, you are welcome to ask. No questions. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Mayavadis interpret this Sarvam Kalo Ido Brahma in a different
Yes.
way.
See,
Everything merges.
we don't criticize anyone. See, everything, as I said just now, I say, this, oh, yes, I don't know what your name, but, oh, this devotee, very nice devotee. Other says, oh, no, he's a rascal. Some may be opposite to envious of you. So what is wrong? You are the same person, two different opinion. So we, as a Vaishnavas, we think that everything is created by the Lord. How the things created by the material? If utilized in a proper way, then it is spiritual. If you don't utilize the same thing in a proper way, it becomes material. Knife case, the sword can be used to protect, sword can be used to kill somebody. How you utilize, how see it. There's nothing wrong with the sword or knife. How utilize it, how sees it. As a devotee, we take it to protect ourselves. Okay? But the criminals, they take it to hurt someone else. So Mayavadis, they are okay, but they think that, oh, this is, though it is everything created, but it's temporary. The Vaishnava philosophy is temporary. Like in the dreams, we see something fearful, we get afraid, so we are sweating is coming. When you open the eyes, there's nothing there, but fear is there still, you are afraid. And you feel sweating also on the body, don't you? So, though it is temporary, non-existing, but their existence is there. Material world, though not existing, but the existence is there. So, Vaishnavas, we use everything in the service of the Lord. So, they nothing, they think in that way, we don't have to criticize them. Okay? We are okay, appreciate. They are also good people, not bad. Shankaracharya, what he said, final instruction given by Shankaracharya to the disciples, 18 verses, which is famous as Bhaja Govindam. Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram Dheyam Sri Pati Rupamajastram Neyam Sajjana Sanghe Nityam. Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram. Final instruction given by Acharya, Shankaracharya to disciples. Shankaracharya is not ordinary person, Sakshat Shiva. Padma Puran says that when Lord Krishna requested him, now it is the Kali Yuga coming, now you have to appear and re-establish Dharma. When Lord Buddha appeared, people were using the Vedic instruction for misusing. So Lord Buddha rejected the Vedic instructions, Karma Kanda. Now, after that, Lord said that now the time to re-establish Vedic Dharma, pure Vedic Dharma, not the contaminated, interpreted by the Karmakandi Brahmanas. Then you cannot re-establish, where it said that nothing existing, cannot say the Lord existing. So they made it. In the beginning, it made the re-established Shankaracharya. No? What is that? Advaitavada. Okay. Then after some years, some 100 years later, Lord appeared again, Sri Ramanujacharya. He partially established the Dvaita Siddhanta, deity worship. But it did not say that completely Atma Paramatma complete separate. No. It is a Vishishta Advaita. How it is? The sugar cane is there. Within the sugar cane is juice is there, is it? Can we get the sugar cane, sugar juice without the sugar cane? If the sugar cane is there, no juice, what is there? So though it is there, it cannot unseparable. He established that Atma Paramatma, they are both are together. But after some years, again, when Lord appeared as a Madhavacharya, he completely made it. Dvaita. Means Atma, Paramatma both are. It's a gradual elevation. Okay. The Mayavad, they want to stick to the primary teachings of Shankaracharya, but finally, what is the final teachings of Shankaracharya? They don't understand it. All the glories of the Lord Krishna are written by Shankaracharya. Krishnastakam Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsatanura Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. It is written by Shankaracharya. He wrote all the glorification to everyone. So how can we say Shankaracharya is impersonalist? If he is impersonal, how can he glorify Krishna? Huh? When he went to Jagannath Puri, Jagannath Ashtakam he wrote it. He went to Pandharpur, he also wrote Ashtakam glorifying Vitthal Pandar Vitthal. If he is a Mayavadi, how can he write it? I went to one of the Shankaracharya, don't tell the name. I was talking to him. Then after that he took me, he studied in Osmani University. He told me that he studied in the Osmani University, he did the master's degree. After that, he joined the master. Then he took me to the prayer room. I saw 18 deities. One of the deities, Laddu Gopal. I asked Acharya, tell me, you are not supposed to worship the deities. And you worship with Krishna, all the deities, so many deities. They said, no. Who said that we don't worship? We worship. We worship all the deities. Everywhere we see the presence of Supreme Brahman. Okay, we also see it. It is a misunderstanding people, they don't. Some people, they say, but they're not the Shankara philosophy. The Bhagavad Gita in the beginning also, Shankaracharya says, Narayana Parha. Lord Sriman Narayana is the above everything it is. And a Nityaha, eternal. If the Lord Narayana is the personal form is not there, how can he say that Narayana Parha is supreme and Nityaha eternal? So some people misinterpret. Some of the Maya Shankara but also they worship the Lord. So but we have to take, we are being the Vaishnavas, we have to take to our philosophy. We don't have to criticize anyone. Appreciate everyone. Even the negative thing, wrong things also appreciate them. By thinking everything in a positive way, we develop our conscious mind also. By thinking negatively, compact the mind. We narrow our mind, which is not good. Okay? Krishna conscious Vaishnava means broad-minded. They see the presence of everyone in the Lord's presence in every living entity. Highest philosophy, who want to see the presence of the Lord in each and every living entity. That is the Vedic system. That's why in the Hindu system, what we call Hinduism, we worship even snakes. Is it? Naga Panchami. We see, though everybody reject it, they want to kill it, but we don't kill it. When I was in Brajamandal Parikrama, one Maharaj from Africa was also with me. We used to sleep in that same tent. In the morning, 2:30 we get up. We have to go out for natural call in the morning. There are no toilets or nothing. So when he was going, he saw a snake in the farm. Fields are there, paddy fields. So they said he was afraid, he was just run away. He went to he wanted to say someone, but he found a farmer with a shovel in the hand. He was putting the water. You know very well. In the daytime, they no power for the field. In the night, they give the power. So he told, there's snake, snake, snake. The farmer just to look at the snake, did nothing. He came to me and said, Maharaj, I told the farmer, shown the farmer the snake. He didn't kill. Why? I said, you see the snakes every day. How can he kill everyone? Huh? That is greatness. We don't kill. Okay, that snake is there. Unless it attacks me, we don't have to hurt it. Every living entity has the right to live. The living entity to enjoy the karma taken the body of the snake. If I kill in between, he has to take another birth again to fulfill his karma. Who I am to stop his continuation? So Vaishnavas we say, oh, Hare Krishna. Because we see the Lord presence in the snake also. The Sanatana Dharma, so-called Hindu, is such a great, we don't understand it. We are unable to answer the people. Somebody says, you worship in the Supreme Law, the stones also, oh, you get. No. Okay, Prabhu, understood? Got it? Any other question, please? श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण की जय, जगत श्रील प्रपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, बोल प्रेमानंद।